How many of you use essential oils now? Quite a number of you. Good, very good. Well, I'm going to give you an opportunity a little bit later to give testimonies because I want to hear what essential oils have done for you. They've done quite a bit for me, and I'm really excited to take the opportunity to share with you. Now, recently, my husband and I have had a series of injuries there on our farm in Kentucky, and we've had occasion, both of us, to go to the emergency room. I firmly believe that if I have a need for allopathic medicine, which is the hospital and the emergency room, I'm very grateful that they're there. You know, my husband had a bad cut recently, and we went in for some stitches, and if I wreck my vehicle and my leg's sticking out, my bone's sticking out of my leg, I don't need essential oils. I need more help than that. So I do believe that there is a place for allopathy, but I believe that too often we run to that a little too quickly. How many of you are happy with insurance copays? When you go to the emergency room, when you have to go to the doctor, when you have to have surgery or whatever. If there were a way that you could avoid those copays by improving your lifestyle, improving your diet, using natural remedies, would you do it? I think I know most of you well enough to know you're probably already doing that. So that's the difference between natural remedy, which for those of you who I don't, there's a couple of you here that I don't know, or that I don't know well. My name is Dana Gazelschen. I have probably about 30 years of experience in natural remedies, and I used to teach down at UC Pines Institute in Seal, Alabama. I used to teach hydrotherapy and natural remedies. But when I found out about essential oils, I felt like I had found the crown jewel of natural remedies because they're so powerful. And come on in. Make sure that we get the sign-up sheet and the orange paper there. I used to be an RN, I'm still an RN, but I used to practice as an RN. I did for about 16 years. Part of the reason that I left was because I saw so many people have so many side effects to their medications. Anybody had any experience with that? Side effects to medications? Yes. Okay. The nice thing about essential oils and natural remedies is there's no side effects. You don't build up resistance to it or immunity. There is something called biochemical individuality. What that means is what an oil will do for Roberta over here, it may not do the same thing for my husband over here because our body makeup is different. So we do have to be aware of that when we use the essential oils. What are essential oils? Well, in nature, there's no wasted effort. Have you ever walked past a rose and noticed the aroma? What's that aroma for? What purpose does it serve?
Draw the bee?
It draws bees to pollinate. When the farm where my husband and I live, I do most of the mowing. My husband does the weed eating. And part of where I mow, there's a lot of wild spearmint growing. And when I mow over that spearmint, I just want to sit right there on the lawnmower and just smell that because it smells terrific. Now, if you'll notice on your paper, we're going to use, this is going to be our outline for this class. And so you'll need to take out this piece of paper. But if you'll notice, there's a little peppermint plant here, and you can actually see there's actual oil sacs. And so when I run over that spearmint with the lawnmower, I'm breaking up those oil sacs, and that aroma is coming out. Well, the essential oils, they're called essential, not because they're essential for our bodies, but because whenever they're steam distilled or cold pressed or whatever out of the plant, out of the rind, like orange rind, roots or resins or whatever they're taken from, what you get is the essence of that plant. That's why they're called essential oils. They're also called volatile oils because they evaporate very readily. So we're going to go through this. What we're going to do tonight, I've shared with you a little bit about what essential oils are. We're going to talk about how they work. We're going to talk about how you can use them. And then we're going to talk about, I'm going to give you an opportunity to create your own wholesale account so that you can get these wholesale in your home because retail, who wants to pay retail, right? When you can get wholesale. And so that'll be an opportunity for you. This is also a way that my husband and I have chosen to assist in supporting our ministry down in Kentucky, Closure for Jesus Ministry. Okay, we talked a little bit about the natural versus the standard, man's approach. Man's approach to medicine deals with symptoms. Recently I had to go to the emergency room because my cat scratched me, my jaw started tightening up. Immediately I thought, tetanus. Well, I went to the emergency room, and because the mindset of doctors is tetanus does not occur in the United States, they couldn't diagnose me. They diagnosed me with cat scratch fever, which I had no symptoms of cat scratch fever except a cat scratch on my hand. And so, as I said, there's a tremendous need for emergency medicine, but I think that because of that tunnel vision, sometimes things are misdiagnosed. And I was misdiagnosed. I actually had tetanus and ended up having to take the immunoglobulin, and I'm very grateful. I have a testimony on that, and I am going to do a video on that so that my testimony will be out there. And so you have this man's approach that deals with symptoms, and even looking at my symptoms, I was still misdiagnosed. Whereas if you go on the side of the natural, it's not dealing with the symptoms, it gets to the root cause. Wouldn't you rather get to the root cause of whatever ailment is instead of just putting Band-Aids on symptoms? That's what we're talking about. Now, who knows about the 8 doctors? Most of you know about the 8 natural doctors. These are things that we can do to assist our bodies in wellness, nutrition, exercise, temperance, sunshine, trust in God. All these are natural doctors. Exercise, fresh air, rest. All these things, when we do and cooperate with the way God made our bodies, and then we can apply these natural remedies, our bodies are created and designed to heal. When we give the body, am I correct, Roberta? What it needs, what does it do?
Heals itself.
It heals itself. Okay? And that's what we're wanting to do with the essential oils. Okay. Now, I want to talk about some specific essential oils. I have and I'm sorry I have to turn my back to you, I didn't know exactly how many people would be here. We have what's called the Family Essentials Kit that has the 10 most popular essential oils, and you're welcome to come up here after the class and look at these. But I just want to go through and talk about each oil in this particular kit, because these are the most popular oils that we sell for doTerra. And I'll talk about these specific oils, and as I talk about these, I'm going to tell you why I chose doTerra over some of the other oil companies. There are some very good oil companies out there, but for a very specific reason, I believe that God led me to doTerra. Okay, the first one I want to talk about is one of my favorites. I love the way this smells, and I'm going to pass it around and let you smell this. This is called Deep Blue, and it's a blend that is very good for like sore muscles. I had to have surgery on my hand for, I call it trigger hand, it's actually trigger finger, but I had like 3 on each hand that were locking shut. So I did surgery and I had to go to therapy. And after my therapy, I would have such terrible cramps in my hand, I could hardly open and close. Well, one day I happened to have my Deep Blue with me in my purse. And after my therapy, I put the Deep Blue on there and I was literally dumbfounded, because within seconds, the cramping was gone. I was amazed. So we'll pass the Deep Blue around. You're welcome to smell it. If you have a boo-boo, a sore muscle or whatever, you're welcome to rub. We also have, for the Deep Blue, we have some packets up here, and we have the larger in the cream. Now, as that begins to go around, I want to tell you a little bit about why I chose doTerra. doTerra has if you'll notice on your page here, doTerra is safe and 100% pure. You'll see it talks about CPTG. Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade. People ask me sometimes, why doesn't doTerra advertise their oils as organic or non-GMO? And here's the reason. It's because those standards, my husband one day picked up a box of cereal that was organic, and he read the ingredients. It said, what was it, honey, 95%?
We guarantee that 95% of this product is organic.
We guarantee that 95% of this product is organic. What's the other 5%? Who knows, right? Okay, with doTerra, that was not good enough, okay? Now, I may be sounding like I'm tooting my own horn here for doTerra, but they're third-party tested. Every lab that tests their products, the only thing in this bottle is what they say is in this bottle. It's completely organic. There's no pesticides. There's no fillers. There's no chemicals. Nothing but what it says. Okay? It's the only company that has the CPTG label. Okay? Now, I want to talk about peppermint a little bit. How many of you have used peppermint oil? Good. A lot of you have. Now, my husband had a head injury at work last year, and he had terrible headaches. And we tried different things. We don't like to take medications and stuff. And so somebody told me, we had tried a little peppermint, like on the temples and stuff, but somebody said, put some on his thumb and have him suck his thumb. Put his thumb to the roof of his mouth and have him suck. It was, how long did it take, I mean?
Seconds.
Seconds. The reason why is essential oils, the cell wall of essential oils is very, very thin. They enter the body very rapidly, whether it's, you remember I told you about the deep blue on my hand, how quickly it brought pain relief? They're very readily absorbed by the skin. And so that same thing is what happened with my husband. Within seconds of application of the oil, whether it's inhalation, whether it's topical, whether you put it in your water, within seconds it's in your bloodstream. So this is our peppermint. I'll pass this around. You're welcome to put some in your water, but if you've already put lemon, beware. We'll have that blend, but if you don't mind the two tastes, that's good. Okay, now I mentioned a little bit about how to take the oils. We have a diffuser up here, and this is one way that you can use this. I like to diffuse, like when I study the bottle with people, I want my mind to be clear and sharp. So when I do that, I put rosemary essential oil and maybe a little bit of wild orange in. Rosemary essential oil has been shown to improve memory by 75%. It's also what's called neuroprotective. In other words, if you've had any damage to your brain from like electromagnetic radiation or anything like that, it protects the brain. So I like to put rosemary, and I actually have a little bit of rosemary in here, and you'll notice I'm kind of camping out over the diffuser. And I want my mind to be clear. There's also wild orange in there, which is very elevating to the mood, very energizing. So the next one I want to talk about is the lemon oil. Lemon, how many of you use lemon in your water? Squeeze fresh lemon in your water. Very good. Very cleansing. There's a saying that the liver and lemons are lovers because the lemon is so detoxifying to the liver. How many of you like to squeeze all those fresh lemons? How expensive are they?
No, really.
It's actually more cost effective to use the essential oil lemon, and you're getting the same thing. You're getting the essence of that lemon in your water. All it takes is a drop or two. So the lemon is very cleansing. You can use it for cleaning in your home. Did you pass those around so people could put some in their water?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just make sure they go to all the tables so people can try them in their water if they want. Okay. Let's see. What are we going to do next? On Guard. I love this stuff. I really like On Guard. This is our kind of a detoxifying blend. They have a product. I don't think I brought it with me, but who likes to fly on airplanes, right? They're kind of dirty. I carry in my pocket on the airplane, I take a little bit of coconut oil. The oils don't mix with water. You can put it in your water bottle and drink it, but it's good to shake it. But if you want to preserve the oil so that it doesn't evaporate as readily and it absorbs more evenly, you can put it in something like fractionated coconut oil or something like that, which is what I have in my little bottle that I carry on the airplane. And I put the On Guard in it. It kills germs. You can use this for cleaning. We have toothpaste, all kind of products with the On Guard. And I love the smell of it, and I'll pass it around in just a minute, but the On Guard is our detoxifier. It boosts the immune system. I like to put it in my water. When I was working a doTerra booth in Missouri this summer, I was really far off schedule, and I already didn't feel well whenever I went out there. And at the booth, we had doTerra diffusing in one diffuser on one side, and we had Breathe diffusing, which we'll talk about in just a minute, diffusing in another diffuser. And I put the On Guard in my water and was drinking it, and I never got sick. And usually when I get that tired and that far off schedule, I get sick. but I didn't. And of course, I was doing my part. I was trying to be careful with what I ate. I was getting exercise. I was doing hot and cold showers. And so I was doing my part, but I really believe that the essential oils help to boost my immune system. All of the citrus oils are very boosting to the immune system. Breathe. This is a blend that's very good for people with allergies. Any kind of, like if you have a cold or flu, you can put this in the diffuser and diffuse it in your bedroom at night. You can rub it on your chest. You can rub it on your feet. The feet are actually in reflexive relationship with every other part of our body. So a lot of time you can put these oils on the bottom of your feet and get a very good effect. So I'll pass the breathe around. This is a really good one for the seasons that are coming up with the cold and flu season. Lavender. Who doesn't know about lavender? Everybody knows about lavender, right? Marie is allergic to it. But anyway, that's the biochemical individuality. We can't all handle everything. Lavender is very calming. It's very relaxing. It helps to promote good sleep and helps to reduce feelings of anxiety and such. So I'll pass the lavender around. You can use the lavender like behind your, on the back of your neck, on your temples. The peppermint oil you can also use on the back of your neck and your temples. All right. Who has used frankincense before? Several of you. Frankincense is called the oil of 10,000 uses because it's so versatile. And there's also another saying that if you don't know what oil to use frankincense. You know, frankincense was used in the Bible times. Of course, it wasn't an essential oil. They didn't have the way to get the oils extracted. But they used, probably what they used was more like an infusion where they would soak the herb or the resin or what have you in an oil and infuse it, which I've made infusions before too. But with the frankincense, it's very stimulating to the immune system, very immunosupportive. I was just talking to Robin here, and she and I both had a blemish on our face that kind of wouldn't go away, and both of us had put frankincense on it, and it cleared it. And so it's very, very good for the skin. In fact, I would like to, I have a recipe for my own lotion, and I would like to put some frankincense in there. I think it would be awesome. So let's pass the frankincense around. Okay, the next one we're going to talk about is melaleuca. Who has used melaleuca? Tea tree oil. Very popular, very common oil. Actually, when I had the cat scratch, my cat's very friendly, by the way. Something just kind of scared her. But it was a very deep scratch on my hand, and I had a hard time getting it to heal. And it did not heal until I put the tea tree oil on it. And so most of you are already familiar with the tea tree. It's very strongly, it helps to heal up infections or anything like that, or skin wounds or anything like that. So we'll pass the tea tree around. You can compare these to other, and I won't use the name brand of other oils that I've used. Compare them to other oils if you've been exposed to other oils, and let me know what your thoughts are. Oregano oil. Who has used oregano oil? This stuff is super hot. I see you laughing. It will light you up. That stuff is hot. Do not use this without diluting it. This is one of the oils we call a hot oil. Oils that are not harmful to the skin to apply straight, but you can apply them what's called neat or undiluted. Oregano oil is not one of those. You want to dilute this. One of the ways that I like to take oregano oil, it's really a strong and powerful boost to the immune system. One of the ways that I like to take this, because to me, I'm sorry, doTerra, but the taste is nasty. I don't like the taste of oregano oil from any brand, but it's so good for you. How can you not use it, right? So you can take it. I use veggie caps. You can take an empty veggie cap, open it up, put a couple drops in and close it and take it real quick. That's a quick and painless way to take the oregano oil. You can also dilute it in olive oil or fractionated coconut oil or something. Rub it on the bottoms of the feet. It's great for cold and flu seasons. So here's the oregano. All right, the last one we'll talk about, and somebody has a testimony on this one, Digestin.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Digestin is very good. Well, by the way, the two that are going around that you don't take internally are the deep blue and the Digestin. Okay, I mean not the Digestin, the deep blue is the breathe. Okay, that digests in, you can take internally. You can put it in your water. It's good for like a gassy tummy or upset tummy. You can rub it right on your stomach. You can put it in your water, and it's on the bottom of your feet, whatever. It's very good for any kind of digestive issue. What's that? Frankincense you can take internally. I do that all the time. In fact, when I was at that show in Missouri, I put the On Guard and the frankincense. Those are the two things that I used in my water the most. And I was amazed at how good I felt and how much energy I had. I was wiped out when we went out there, but it was incredible.
I didn't get what gave you energy.
Whenever I was at the show and I felt like I was all run down and everything, I put frankincense and On Guard. Those two oils I used in my water, and I put it in the diffuser.
I swear by that.
And it was amazing. It was amazing. It really helped me a lot. Now, think about your life right now. Do you have health issues? Is there something that would you like to think clearer? Do you have brain fog? Is there anything that you're struggling with right now? Write it down. Let's go to, I kind of jumped ahead of you, but we're past the first page, we're past the second page. Now let's go to the third page at the top. I want to feel less, I want to feel more. Take a minute and fill that in. What do you want to feel less of? What do you want to feel more of? Do you want to feel less fatigued? Do you want to feel less digestive upset? Whatever your individual issue is. And then what do I want to feel more of? While you're doing that, you also have a handout on cooking with essential oils. You can cook with the essential oils, and it's actually quite cost effective. Cleaning with essential oils is very cost effective, and I wanted to get this before I came, but I neglected to contact the lady that had it. If you do a cost comparison of cleaning with essential oils versus cleaning with like stuff you buy from Walmart, I won't give any name brands because this is probably going to go on YouTube. But at any rate, if you do a cost comparison, it's actually cheaper to clean your home with like natural cleaners like vinegar, baking soda, and put some essential oils in there for the fragrance. And also, if you have like something oily or greasy or sticky or what have you, the lemon will take it right up. It'll just break it right down. So have you got it filled out? Whatever you have filled out there, there's an oil for that. There is a simple solution. Of course, we want to promote the natural remedies, the natural doctors, the proper nutrition, improving your diet, getting more exercise, getting proper rest, getting sunshine. Up here in North Dakota, I know that's an issue as far as getting enough vitamin D, okay? So we have to be very proactive on those things. Now, we've talked about the essential oils. Does anybody have any question about any of the essential oils that we've talked about? I'm sorry?
One that you haven't covered yet, so I'll just
Okay.
wait.
Well, let's see. What is it?
Ginger.
Ginger. Ginger essential oil. We actually have some of that up here. Now, I love ginger. I drink ginger tea regularly. The foundation of all disease. If you don't remember anything I said tonight except this, walk out of here with this statement. The foundation of all disease is inflammation. Find out what's causing that inflammation, address it, and your body will heal itself. Ginger essential oil is ginger juiced, essentially. Ginger is one of the most powerful anti-inflammatories. It's got antioxidant properties. It helps improve the blood circulation. Ginger is one of the things that it also is high in sulfur. Our bodies need sulfur to heal, okay? So if I was going to choose one essential oil that I took every day, ginger would be one of them. It's very powerful. Did that address your question? Any other questions? Did I answer your question?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right. If there's no other questions on the individual essential oils, we do have some up here that you can look at tonight. But I want to give you an opportunity to create your own wholesale account. when I leave here, if you buy oils from me, and these are all wholesale, I'm selling everything up here wholesale, some are less than wholesale. When I leave here tonight, your opportunity to get them wholesale leaves with me. But if you sign up for a wholesale account, you can buy them wholesale whenever you want them, okay? Now, the really neat thing was before I knew this was going to happen, I booked this class like, I don't know what, honey, 2 months ago. I planned to do this class whenever we knew we were going to come up here, and I had signed up for doTerra. But this month, all of the kits, these kits here that are listed, the Diamond, the Home Essentials, the Natural Solutions, Every Oil, and Cleanse and Restore kits, all of these kits are not listed in your paper here. But these kits are 20% off this month. And so that's an incredible opportunity, you know, to get the oils at a better price. So that is an opportunity
I don't
now.
understand the kits. What are the kits? That's
Okay,
new to me.
let me show you one. Now, this is not one that is on sale, okay? This is what's called the Family Essential Kit, okay? This is one of our sign-up kits. What doTerra has done is combined some of the most popular products in different kits, and they sell them at a much cheaper price. For instance, let's look at this. Okay, go over to page 4, and it starts the kits. The Diamond kit scares me. I normally skip it, but we actually have had people sign up with Diamond kits. That's almost everything that doTerra, I think it actually is, except for whatever new stuff they're coming out with. They're having a convention like next week, I think, or a week after, and they are coming out with new oils. But the Diamond kit has everything that they have available right now, and you can see if you bought these oils individually how much it would cost, but if you buy it in the kit, you save $866. In other words, it's much cheaper to buy the oils in the kits that are already put together. Now, in this kit, it comes, you know, it's nicely packaged. It comes with, you know, what you can use each oil for. And then these oils that I just passed around to everybody fit in here. This is called the Family Essentials Kit, and that everything that we just talked about and passed around is in that kit. Okay? So that's what that one is.
Right here.
What's that?
It's right here.
Yes, it's right there, but that's okay. That's why I'm right here to answer those questions too. So, okay, and then there's other kits. There's the Home Essentials Kit. This one is 20% off this month. And then the Family Essentials Kit, that's this one that I just talked about. And then the Natural Solutions. This actually is the Natural Solutions and the Home Essentials Kit are two of our most popular kits to sell. There are two other kits that are not in this book, and that's the Every Oil Kit and the Cleanse and Restore Kit, which I think are in the catalog. If they're not, I'll pull it up on my phone if you would like to see that. Now, there's a price list here that lets you know what the wholesale and retail prices are, so you can compare what's the difference between wholesale and retail. It's significant. Now, you can sign up for a wholesale account. It's $35, and every year to renew it's $25, but they give you a free peppermint oil, so it's kind of a wash. If you sign up with a kit, that $35 is waived, okay? So you don't have to purchase the kit, but that's one way to waive that sign up and to get the oils at a cheaper, even cheaper than wholesale price, because they're prepackaged in the kit. Okay, now if you think that you would like to do a business with doTerra, that's what we're doing, then if you just wanted a wholesale account, there's a sheet that's green in the back. That's the sheet that you would fill out if you just wanted a wholesale account. If you think you would want to build a business with doTerra, then there's a purple sheet. That's the sheet that I filled out when I was introduced to doTerra, if you would want to build a business with doTerra. There's tons of ways to get free products. They have a program, and I've torn out my sheet so I don't have it. They have a program called the Loyalty Rewards Program. When you order monthly, you accrue points that you can then cash in for free products. The shipping that you pay to get those products to you, they give you back in free shipping points. So even though you have to pay shipping up front, you're earning free shipping points. And so even as a wholesale customer, you can get those free shipping points. You can still place those loyalty orders and accrue the points even as a wholesale customer. Now, if anybody would like to talk to me about creating a wholesale account, if you want to do that, just fill out that sheet and we'll get you signed up tonight. If you have any other questions about oils in general, and I'm not going to steal my husband's thunder, he's got one too, but I'll let you go.
On this oregano, we do take it
Do you have an upset stomach?
just pure, under
If
the
you have an
tongue and
upset
hold it there
stomach,
when
the
you have a
digestion
sore throat.
is
And
really
then
good.
when it's been there so
Rub
long,
a few
you
drops
can't
on your stomach.
breathe
Really
anymore. Then
When I first started using essential oils was probably, 25 years ago, I think. But I had canker sores my whole life, and I tried everything, and I was so miserable. Every month I'd get them, and they'd last for like almost 2 weeks.
Oh,
So I figured that's why I'm so little. I couldn't eat so much of the time because my mouth was so sore. And someone gave me melaleuca oil, the tea tree oil, and that was just a lifesaver. And I used that for years for canker sores, so that was huge. Another thing with tea tree oil was that I use it for is for sore throat. If I get any kind of sore throat, it just instantly takes it away from me. Burns, it's a big one for like it'll just diminish a burn on certain people just within seconds. And itching too is another common use that I use tea tree oil for. So any kind of mosquito bites, bug bites, rashes. My daughter, she'd get mosquito bites a whole bunch at camp, and she'd come home with her legs covered, and I'd put them on, and just they would just literally diminish.
You put the oil right on them.
Yeah.
now,
How about for canker sores? How would you do?
I just put it right in my mouth, so I used quite a bit of tea tree oil throughout the years, but yeah, I mean, it tastes icky, but it was so much better, the pain was gone, and it was so much better that I was willing to take the icky taste. It helped so much.
Well, Alan was so troubled with aphids foot. And he puts a drop on and puts it between his
Yeah.
toes and
let's
he
take care of it, yeah. The oregano.
he hasn't had that for years, have you?
Yeah. By the way, you guys have helicopter mosquitoes up here. doTerra does have it's called Terra Shield. It's an insect repellent. It's totally non-toxic and it's extremely effective. So I have a couple of those.
Is it good for ticks too?
Yes. Yes. There was something else I was going to tell you. Oh, I know what it was. I told y'all, that my mother has done a whole lot of different products that she sold, and I won't give you the name of the company that she is selling for now because they have a good product. It's just their essential oils are not up to snuff, I don't think. But she ordered a ginger oil from her company. And at the same time, she had told me she wanted an oil from us called Zendocrine, which I misunderstood her. I thought she wanted ginger oil. So I sent her ginger oil. I had to buy her a Terrazon on my dollar because I goofed. But at any rate, I was okay with that because it's getting the oils in my mother's hands. But she, in the meantime, got her oil from her company about the same time that our oil got to her because I accidentally sent her the ginger oil, right? When she got her ginger oil, it said, do not take internally. What do you do with ginger oil, So that told me a lot right there. Don't take internally. And that doTerra show that I was at in Missouri, it was crazy busy. It was a Sunday, and a lot of people there Sunday afternoon. And there were 3 of us in the booth at the time, because there were just so many people coming and going. And all of a sudden, these 2 ladies ran right into our booth with this dog, a border collie dog that they had on a leash. And the dog was just frantic, just really going crazy. And the lady just came in and was all out of breath, and she said, my dog's going crazy. We're going to do an experiment. Who has the lavender? So I grabbed the lavender oil, and I put some in her hand, and she rubbed it on the dog's muzzle and the tops of his paws. And I grabbed the Serenity and put some on my hand and repeated. And within minutes, the dog was like, what's wrong with y'all? He was totally calmed down. And so they do work for animals too. But a little bit.
Oh, I didn't hear them. So.
Yeah, I talked about it a little. I like to use the diffuser. In fact, I use it. I have one right beside my bed. When you diffuse, the oils do have a little bit they leave a little bit of a film on your furniture and stuff, so you might want to put some kind of cloth underneath them because they can leave that film on your furniture. But I like to diffuse mine at night when I'm trying to sleep. I like the pine scents, like fir, pine, I think there's birch, all those. I really like those at night. I don't know, I just like fresh air in the room at night. And I use the lavender. I do use the lavender. I also have put a drop of lavender on my pillow when I've struggled with sleeping. Just put a drop right on my pillow, and I put a drop on Kaylin's pillow. It does improve restful sleep. Like I said, whenever I'm studying and I really need to focus and think, I'll put rosemary and maybe wild orange or lemon, some kind of citrus blend.
In the diffuser then?
In the diffuser, yeah. If your house has a stinky smell, like if somebody left something on the counter and it's spoiled, or the trash stinks or something, you can put lemon oil in the trash. You can put it in a spray bottle and, just with some water and spray it in the garbage can. It's great to freshen up the garbage can, freshen up the air. I really like the diffusers. I use it a lot. Every time we talk on Skype, I've got the diffuser going. All of the citrus oils are disinfecting. They're strengthening to the immune system. They have to uplift the mood. When you take a bottle of this, like the tangerine or the orange or the lemon or whatever, I watch your faces when you open it and smell. What do I see when you open it? When I gave you a bottle today, what did you do? First thing you did, that's a real effect that it has on us. And God talked about these things in the Bible, the frankincense, the aloes, the myrrh, all these things are right in the Bible. What was it we were talking about in the sanctuary on the altar of incense? They combined different fragrances, and that went out into the courtyard out there where the people were, and it was to draw them to the sanctuary. So these things have a very powerful emotional effect. And so, there's a whole kit for aromatherapy. So I don't have that kit. Anyway, it's very real.
Go ahead.
We use oregano
oil, pure, under the tongue, just 2 or 3 drops, and hold it under the tongue for maybe 10 seconds if you can handle that. And then take,
you said warm water. I use cold
water probably
or
is
room
better.
temperature water, and then you swallow. You're gonna need a lot of water.
And then you just don't get a sore throat. And Alicia said she didn't get an
When I
earache.
get a cold, I get earaches. I always get a sore throat first, and then I get an earache, and it takes the earache away within a couple of hours.
And
Take
the
it
sore
away.
throat.
Yeah,
You might get a cold.
I still get a cold, but
Yeah, you still get a cold. You don't get the sore throat and the earache, so I think it's wonderful. We go to that all the time.
yeah. Just a couple drops under your tongue, like up to 4, I think, usually.
How many times do you do that?
Well, once we'll pretty much do it, but because you don't, I don't know.
If it's really bad, though, I do it like in the morning and at night.
Or if you think of it later in the day, just take another drop or 2 in there. It's good, it works.
Very potent.
Thank you.